Hey Gundam fans, MVS Cosplay here, and today we're going to take a look at the high-grade Hydra Gundam from the Gundam Wing G-Unit side story. So, the other day I posted my unboxing, and now with as much work as I can do with it, let's see it all, well in my eyes, complete. And there he is, the Hydra Gundam. For those that don't know, or if you can recall, the Hydra Gundam appeared in the video game Gundam Battle Assault 2 as the final boss for the arcade mode for Tallgeese 3 and Zex Marquis. So this guy here was the final boss, and he was a pretty overpowered Gundam in my opinion. It was pretty hard to take him down. So this mobile suit is pretty cool, and for a 90s high grade kit, this is really tall. Just for comparison with another kit from the 90s, let's compare him to the 1 to 144th scale Gundam Epyon. And at the moment, there is no new 1 to 144th Gundam Epyon, so this is the Gundam Epyon next to the Hydra Gundam. And he's pretty short compared to the Hydra Gundam, so this guy's pretty tall. With that said, let's check out this dude right here. So, he was pretty easy to build. I had fun building it. I didn't have any problems with it. The only issue is that, well, mostly because of the binders here that hold the claws. There's a lot going on. So, and the ankles are weak. So it's pretty hard to keep him standing in a neutral pose. Excuse me. In terms of paint, I needed to paint the... Oh, here we go. I had to paint the cockpit door, the torso, the two horns here on the feet, the white on the feet, the inside of these thrusters here. I had to paint these thrusters on top of at the back of the claws, and I had to paint the head. Oh, as well as well, I tried my best here. I tried to paint on with some Gundam marker. I know in the instruction manual it's more of a light gray, but I don't have gray, so I'll be fine with using white. It kind of brings it it contrasts against the darker color of the plastic. I had to paint on these red areas here, same with the other side. And I had to paint on, well, the inside of these thrusters here. And with that said, oh, and I did some pan lining, of course, if you were not able to tell. So, in terms of accessories, there's a few. So, it comes with 2 polycap trays, but then by the end of the build, you'll have extra stuff. So that's that. You get a sticker sheet, of course, as with every Gundam kit. There is a lot of stickers for color correction. So the only stickers that I did use were the eyes and the little scorpion logo up here. Oh, and that scorpion logo is from the decal marking sheet. So only one I use from this is the scorpion logo. Focus there. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, you do get a few hands. You get 2 fists, which are attached right now into the kit. The polycap runners, though, it comes with hands as well, and these are for holding the beam saber. However, unlike the fist hands, the polycap hands are a completely different color. So the one on the mobile suit right now, it's more of a light gray, kind of a cream color. But on the actual polycap runner, it's a light gray. But the hands that come with the cream color to match the plastic, cream, light gray, it's kind of hard to tell. You get 2 relaxed hands, 2 trigger finger hands for holding the Buster Cannon. So that's it for the hands. And you get a clear orange beam saber, which is cool. The whole thing is in clear orange, so that's why you can kind of tell the colors right beneath the the paint. So that's that. Right now on him is the Buster Cannon. Focus, there we go. The Buster Cannon there. And the EMF shield. I don't know what that means, but my guess is electromagnetic field. So, lastly, the coolest accessories for this kit are the Hydra claws, or heads. I consider them heads more than claws. So, you rotate these areas out, like so. You pull them off the shoulders, and then you can pose them any way you want. There we go. Oop, come on. Why aren't you working with me here? There we go. So there's the Hydra claws, or the heads. Hail Hydra Gundam. Hail the Hydra Gundam. So that's that. They have a pretty decent amount of movement. They could go that much. Since we're talking about that, let's go on to articulation. So the head, as you can see, it can move. It's only on a ball peg, like that. So it doesn't really have any forwards and backward motion. It could nod a little bit, and it could rotate 360, so you can see every single face. Oh, fun fact. The Hydra Gundam, of course, has a typical Gundam-looking face, but rotate it. It looks like it has the face of a Gelgoog from Universal Century. And then, this one's for the transformation. This face. In the video games and the manga, this face has a mono eye. And the fact that this thing has a cannon for a mouth is very reminiscent to the Zeong from the end of the original Gundam series. So that's cool. I gave it a gold mono eye since I don't have pink paint still. But when I do, I will put a little bit of pink paint there for more accuracy. So that's the head articulation. These claw arms, they can rotate. They can go all the way forward a bit. And each of the heads they could pretty much go all the way around. And they can nod up and down. The arms, and the thing is about these claws, they're attached to the back of the shoulder. So you could make them go all the way around, but as you saw, it just looks weird doing that. The arms can pretty much go out this much. They cannot really bend due to how big and blocky the design is. So that's as much of a bend you're going to get. And because this is just a simple poly cap here that attaches to a peg, the forearm can rotate a bit. And the hands can... Sorry for the sudden jump cut, everybody. My camera's memory kind of got full, so had to delete quite a few things. But there's the Hydra Gundam in his Zeong inspired transformation. So he pretty much, from what I can guess, since I didn't read the manga, he would fly around in this form, attacking the Geminis, the Gundam Geminis. So yeah, and from what I've seen in the what's that game called? SD Gundam Wars Cross Rays. He has a powerful beam cannon right here in the mouth, and then he would attack using these for long range purposes, and then mid to long range with the Buster Cannon. And of course, his close range weapon, this huge orange beam saber. Which is odd because there was no orange beams in the beam sabers in the Gundam Wing series, only green and the traditional pink. So that's really cool that this particular series had more than just one or two colored beam sabers. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the high grade Hydra Gundam. Hopefully Bandai will make a new one, because over at P Bandai you can order a new up-to-date standard, which is the high grade Gundam Geminis. So yeah, hopefully if they make enough money with that kit, they will think about making more of these newer revives of the Gundam G Unit kits here. So with that said, that's been my thoughts on the high grade Hydra Gundam, and this has been Envious Cosplay. Closing thoughts: check out my podcast for Gundam and Gunpla, Off the Runner. We are now on Spotify, and we will be recording this coming Monday for episode 5. Thanks, guys. Have a new one. Have a good weekend.